For decades, air forces faced the same problem. Air-to-air missiles were becoming longer ranged, but range alone wasn't enough. A missile might be able to travel huge distances on paper, but by the time it reached a distant target, it had lost much of its speed and maneuverability. A skilled pilot could have potentially evaded. European nations wanted something different. Instead of simply building a missile that could fly farther, they wanted one that would remain dangerous throughout its flight. Before we dive into this video, I need you guys to hit that like button and subscribe. Only 9% of you are currently subscribed, and I know for a fact we can do better than that. A collaborative program including the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Sweden, which was developed by MBDA, was launched. The result was the Meteor missile. Its mission was very simple: dominate beyond visual range air combat. The feature that makes Meteor special is its actual engine. Most air-to-air missiles use a conventional rocket motor. The rocket ignites, the fuel burns rapidly, the missile accelerates, and then that fuel is gone, leaving the missile to have to glide to its target, making it very easy to dodge in its terminal in its last guidance to a enemy aircraft. Meteor works differently. It uses a throttable Ramjet propulsion system. Think of it as an engine that can continuously generate thrust during much of the missile's flight. Instead of one short burst of energy like normal missiles like AMRAAM, Meteor can manage its power throughout the engagement. This allows it to maintain speed much farther from the launch aircraft. The result is a missile that arrives at the end of its journey with significantly more energy available for maneuvering. And in air combat, energy is everything. When people talk about missiles, they often ask one question: what's the range? But professionals and people who build missiles usually focus on something else: the no escape zone. Now, why this is important is because the no escape zone is essentially the region where a targeted aircraft has pretty much no chance of successfully avoiding the missile once it's been launched. A missile with a huge advertised range isn't necessarily effective if it reaches the target exhausted and slow. Meteor was specifically designed to maximize this no escape zone. Because it maintains thrust later into the engagement, it can remain fast and maneuverable where many missiles are already losing performance. This characteristic is one of the primary reasons Meteor has earned such a formidable reputation among defense analysts. Meteor doesn't rely solely on its launch aircraft. The missile is equipped with an active radar seeker, like most Fox 3s, every Fox 3 is an active radar seeker. This means it can guide itself during the final phase of flight. You guys should know this if you know Fox 3s. But before reaching that stage, it can receive updated information through a two-way data link. In simple terms, the missile can be informed about changes in the target's position after launch. This allows it to adapt to a dynamic battlefield where aircraft are constantly maneuvering. The combination of advanced guidance, data link connectivity, and sustained propulsion creates an extremely sophisticated engagement system. Meteor serves on board some of the world's most advanced combat aircraft. The missile is operational on the Eurofighter Typhoon, it is carried by the Rafale, and it is integrated with the Saab Gripen, and it's being integrated to the F-35 Lightning II. By combining advanced fighters with missiles designed for long-range dominance, operators gain a significantly capability in beyond visual range engagements. Modern air warfare often comes down to one simple question: who can detect, track, and engage the enemy first? The aircraft that gains the first effective shot frequently gains the advantage. Meteor was designed for exactly that environment. Its propulsion system, guidance technology, and large no-escape zone were built around the realities of modern aerial combat. That's why military observers around the world pay close attention whenever a nation fields Meteor-equipped aircraft. Not because it's the fastest missile ever built, not because it has the longest advertised range, but because it was engineered to remain lethal where it matters most: at the end of the fight. If the Meteor were to be added to War Thunder, which I absolutely believe it will be added at some point, Gaijin's made it pretty clear that things like the Eurofighter, Rafale, and Gripen will probably receive it before or right during we get things like the F-35 and F-22 and all the other 5th generation platforms. The Meteor missile, where it's going to be super dangerous, is that no escape zone, or the NES. And the reason why is, like I stated in the video, this is a portion of where the missiles, you can't escape the missile. It's very hard to. Now, if Gaijin adds things like electronic countermeasures, it gets easier to do it. The no escape zone shrinks, but it's still going to be very hard. The Meteor missile isn't going to be the best ever because of its range. It isn't going to be the best ever because of its speed. It's going to be the best because of how its no escape zone works. And the issue is Gaijin can change it a lot. Gaijin doesn't know I don't know the true no escape zone of the Meteor missile. Every missile has its advertised escape zone, and I'm sure it's much higher on every missile, including Russian, Chinese, and American ones. So I would imagine the Meteor will indeed have the largest no escape zone in War Thunder. I think other missiles will also have a very large no escape zone. Things like the AIM-174, the AIM-260, the Russian R-37. A lot of these missiles I truly do think will have massive advantages the closer they get to the target, and the no escape zone will gradually grow larger and larger. I think the Meteor will be the most advanced missile to come to War Thunder for a long time until we see things like the AIM-174. I think the AIM-260 will also be pretty advanced just given how it looks on paper. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. Like I said, I hope you guys have hit the like button and subscribed. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, and I will see you guys in the next one.